Hello and welcome to your practice. I'm Becky. Today's practice is yoga to balance the chakras. So, what are chakras? Chakras are energy centers in the body that run along the spinal column. The word chakra is a Sanskrit word that translates to wheel. So, think of a wheel, a sphere, a ball, a little energy center in your body. There's lots of information on the chakras. I'm going to try to give you all the information for each chakra. I hope I don't forget anything. It's going to be a beautiful little practice to balance the chakras. So sometimes the chakras get too open, sometimes they get too closed, sometimes they get stuck. So yoga always balances the chakras, and lots of yoga poses work on different chakras. But I'm going to give you two poses for each chakra to balance them, and we're going to get started. So we're going to get started in standing. Okay. The first chakra is at the base of the tailbone, and the Sanskrit word for it is Muladhara. Okay. The element is the earth element. And the sound, they each have a sound. The sound is lum. It's spelled L-A-M, but it's pronounced with a U sound, lum. All right. And the qualities of this chakra are safety, security, stability. So that kind of is, it works with that earth element to be solid, to be stable, to be grounded. So we're going to start in mountain pose. Think of mountains, right? They have a nice big base. They're firm, they're solid, and they grow up tall. So same thing that we're going to feel in this mountain pose. So we're going to stand with feet hip width apart, knees pointing straight ahead, toes pointing straight ahead. Kind of snuggle those feet down into the mat. Arms are at your side, chest and heart lifting a little, belly pulls in, scoops up a little bit. We're going to firm up the thighs. So feel good and grounded down through the feet, down through the toes. Feel balanced even on right foot, left foot. The arms reach down, so the hands that even kind of ground down, but the heart lifts, the crown of the head lifts, either gazing down or let the eyes close for a moment. Breathe into the low belly. Feel your groundedness, your safety, your security, your stability, and maybe repeating silently to yourself, lum, lum, lum. Good. Blink the eyes, open the eyes, shake it out a little bit. Shake out arms, shake out legs. The second pose for the first chakra is tree pose. So trees, you think about trees, they are rooted, right? They've got these roots that go down into the earth, but they also grow up tall. So we're going to take tree pose, stand with the hands on the hips, feet hip width apart. Put all the weight into the left foot, lift your right heel, slide your right heel over till it touches the left leg. Now you can stay right there with just those right toes barely on the ground, or you can bring the right foot up to the left leg. Try to have that right knee opening out to the side more than coming forward. We're gonna want to open that right hip. Good. And then the arms, think of the arms as the branches of your tree, so they can stay on your hips. You can bring them to the heart. They can be out to the side in a T position. They can even be asymmetrical, right? They're just the branches to your tree. So wherever you're feeling like the hands and arms should be, hold there and breathe. And the sound is lum. Good. We're going to bring the arms down and the foot down. Shake out the arms and legs. That standing leg does a lot of work. Weight even back on both feet, hands on the hips. Shift the weight into the right side, lift your left heel. Slide the left heel over till it touches the right leg. You're welcome to stay right there or bring that left foot to the inside of the right leg. Want that left knee to open out a little bit. Heart lifts, tiny micro bend in that right knee. Big breaths. The sound is lum. Think about your stability, your security, your groundedness. See a beautiful red light, beautiful red energy center in the base of the tailbone. And then we're going to bring the left foot down. The arms, shake them out. The feet, legs, shake them out. We're going to go on to the second chakra. The Sanskrit word for the second chakra is Svadhisthana. The element is the water element. The sound is VAM, spelled V-A-M, but pronounced like VAM with a U. All right, the first pose for this chakra is going to be goddess pose. So let's take a wide leg stance on the mat. The toes are kind of angled out a little bit. We're going to bend the knees and then adjust the heels so we can lift our arches up a little bit. So feel this energy down in through the legs. This chakra is in the low belly, about 3 finger widths below the belly button. The color is orange, so see a beautiful orange energy center below the belly button in the low belly. Inhale, arms to shoulder level. Exhale, relax shoulders. Turn the palms forward. Bend your elbows. So we're like in cactus arms. Elbows move back. The heart opens. The chest lifts a little, and the tailbone tucks a little bit. And the sound here, VUM, VUM, VUM. Breathe into that low belly. Good. Lower the arms. Straighten the legs, heel toe the feet in. So this second chakra is our center for creativity, sensuality, sexuality, right? This is where a lot of the reproductive organs are. So it makes sense that that's the kind of energy this chakra holds. The second pose we're going to do for this chakra is humble warrior. We're going to start facing the short edge of the mat, and we're going to bend the front knee and fold over that thigh. So step towards the short edge of your mat. You're going to take your left foot back behind you, maybe 3.5 feet. Little space between the feet. We're going to bend the front knee, the right knee. The heart lifts, the belly scoops in and up, and reach the hands back behind you. So the palms can face each other, or if it feels okay with your shoulders, interlace the fingers and kind of really bring those shoulder blades together. Inhale. With your exhale, we're going to hinge forward. We're going to fold over that right thigh. Neck is long, spine is long. Breathe into the low belly. See a beautiful orange energy center there. Good. And the sound is VUM. Good. Inhale, strong legs, long spine. We're going to hinge up. Bring the arms down by your side. You're going to push off and step forward. Good. Now we're going to do the other side. So the right foot steps back, 3.5 feet, a little space between the feet. Hips and shoulders face the short edge of the mat as you bend the left knee. Lift the heart, scoop the belly in and up, and the arms are going to come back behind you, palms face, or interlace the fingers. Inhale. With your exhale, we're going to hinge forward over that left thigh. Good. Neck is long, spine is long. Beautiful orange energy center in the low belly. The sound is VUM. Think about your creativity, your sensuality, your sexuality. Strong legs, long spine. Inhale. We're going to hinge up. Arms come down by your side. Push off, step forward. Good. And shake out arms, shake out legs. Separate the feet a little wider than the hips. A few little side swings just to even it out. Good. We're going to go to the third chakra. The third chakra in Sanskrit, it's called Manipura. And I think it translates to the place of many jewels. So it's about 2 finger widths above the belly button. The color is yellow. Beautiful yellow energy center here. The element is fire. So think of, like the sun, that warmth, that heat, fire. And the sound is rum, R-A-M, but pronounced with that U, rum. So for this one, we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to start with a twist. This chakra has to do with our sense of purpose, our personal power, our strength, our fortitude, your right to be here in the world. So we're going to do a seated twist called Lord of the Half Fishes. So we're going to sit tall, knees bent. We're going to bring the left heel underneath by our right hip. And then hug that right foot in a little bit and get balanced on both sits bones. So we're not leaning more to the left, we're not leaning more to the right. Right hand comes back behind you as you push into the floor to lengthen the spine. Left hand is on the right knee. You're looking towards that short edge of the mat. We always twist with an exhale. Inhale first, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, and you're going to turn to the right. Good. Big breaths here. Head right over the tailbone. See a beautiful yellow energy center just above the belly button. The element is fire. And breathe into the belly. Relax into the twist. Open up to your personal power, your strength, your courage. Inhale and come forward. Let's bring the left foot out and we're going to switch sides. So the right foot's going to come underneath by our left hip. Pull that left foot in a little bit. Left hand comes behind you. Push into the floor. Right hand on the left knee. Get that weight even on the sits bones. Sit tall. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to turn to the left. Head over the tailbone. Big breaths into the low belly. The sound here, rum, rum, rum. Good. Beautiful yellow light just above the belly button. And we're going to unwind. Bring that right foot out in front of you. Lean back on the hands and just stretch the legs out and wobble them a little side to side. The second pose for the third chakra is going to be boat pose. So boat really works on the navel center. So we're going to start with the knees bent, feet on the floor. Get that weight even on both sits bones, and we'll have the hands on the outer thighs. We want to keep a nice long spine. We don't want to round. We don't want to sink. We don't want a sinking boat. So we're going to sit tall, heart lifts, and we're going to lean back a little bit. So we still have the weight even on the sits bones. Heart's lifting. Bring that awareness just to above the belly button, that beautiful yellow light. The sound is rum. Now you can stay here with the feet on the floor because you're already working that energy center. You're already working the core. Or you can lift the feet up. Now, if you lift the feet up, move your chest, move your thighs towards the belly. So we don't want to round the low back. Staying here breathing with the hands on the legs, or you can maybe even let go of the legs and bring the hands forward, palms up, and then plug the shoulders back into their socket. Don't round the low back. The sound is rum. To come out of it, we're going to bring the feet down, bring the hands back behind you, stretch out the legs, windshield wiper the feet. Good, good. On to the fourth chakra. The Sanskrit name is Anahata. It's at the heart center. And it translates to unstruck. Anahata means unstruck. So that nothing can strike the heart, nothing can bother the heart. The color here is a beautiful green color. The element is air, and the sound is yum, yum. Good. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to start on our hands and knees in cat-cow. Now I'm going to bring a little extra padding under my knees. So if you're on a hard floor or you just need a little extra padding under the knees, bring a towel or blanket there. But we're going to work cat-cow for this one. And so as we round and arch, bring that awareness to that heart center. Okay, so this is our center of love, compassion, happiness, joy. So the wrists are under the shoulders, fingers are spread, index fingers parallel, knees are under the hips. We're going to exhale and round the spine up, tuck the chin, inhale and arch the back. Good, exhale and round. Inhale and arch, and as you're doing this, maybe seeing a beautiful green energy center in the heart center. And the sound is yum, yum, yum. Good. Come to neutral. Come up to a high kneeling pose. The second pose for this chakra is going to be camel pose. So camel pose, we're going to be lifting the heart, so kind of expanding that chest area. Curl the toes under. We want our knees stacked right over, or run our hips stacked right over our knees. We're going to bring the hands back behind as if we had back pockets here. Bring the elbows towards each other. Press the knees down into the floor. Start to push the thighs and the hips forward As you lift the heart, lift the chest, either looking straight ahead or you can lift the chin a little bit. With the hands on the low back, let those hands isometrically slide down the low back. So we're trying to keep length in the low back as we push the hips forward, as we lift the heart, and as we bring the elbows towards each other. See a beautiful green energy center in the heart center. The sound is yum. And just let the heart open. The heart center opens to love and joy and compassion. Good. And then relax out of that. We're going to shift back into child's pose. So sitting back on the heels, big toes, barely touching, let the knees separate apart. And we're going to bring the forehead down to rest on stacked hands. So just a couple of breaths here. Breathe into the low back. Breathe into the shoulders. Good. And then make your way back up. We're going to move on to the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. So I don't need the blanket or the padding under the knees anymore. The fifth chakra, located at the throat center, the Sanskrit word is Vishuddha. Okay? The element is ether or space, even lighter than air, and the sound is hum. So this chakra has to do with truth, honesty, speaking up for ourselves, our voice, but also listening. So as we speak, we also want to listen. So that's the energy of this chakra. We're going to start the first one on our belly with Cobra Pose. So come all the way down onto your belly. We're going to do this Cobra Pose with the arms back by our side, palms down, because we don't want to use the arms too much. We want to focus on the throat center. So forehead is down on the mat. You're going to firm up your legs, firm up your bottom. We're going to inhale, lift the head, the chest, the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen the neck. So we don't want to lift the chin too much, right? We don't want to open that front of the neck too much. Breathe into the throat center. The color is blue, a beautiful blue color. Breathe. And then exhale. We're going to lower down. Rest your forehead on stacked hands. Let that low back relax. Good. And we're going to push back into child's pose. So slide the hands under the shoulders. Lift up to hands and knees. And just rest in child's pose a few breaths to balance that Cobra Pose. Good. Make your way back up. We're going to move on to the second pose for the fifth chakra, and it's going to be bridge pose. So coming down onto your back, your knees are bent. Your knees are stacked over your heels, feet hip width apart. Arms at your side, palms up. We're going to lift up into bridge with our breath. Inhale first. Exhale, press your waistline down. Inhale, lead with the hips and lift up nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Good. Tuck the shoulder blades under just a bit. The weight gets even on both feet. Knees are parallel. Let the belly be soft. And then lift the chest a little bit higher towards your chin. So this is activating the throat chakra, also works our thyroid, which helps with metabolism. Right? The sound is hum. And there's a beautiful blue energy center in the throat. We'll come out of this pose with breath. Inhale first. Exhale. Lengthen the spine as you lower down nice and slow. Once your hips are down, hug the knees into the chest and roll side to side. So just roll out that whole back body. Beautiful. We're going to come all the way over onto our side. And we're going to come all the way up to standing. So I like to go into standing through squat pose. It's just better for my back. But come up to standing any way that's best for you. We're going to move on to the sixth chakra, which is at the third eye, right in between the eyebrows, but just a little bit above the eyebrows. The Sanskrit word for this chakra is ajna. The element is light, so light, like a light bulb. And the sound is shrum, shrum. So this chakra, the color is purple, a beautiful purple color or indigo color. This chakra has to do with our inner knowing, our instinct, our intuition, like trusting our own wisdom. So we're going to go into Warrior 3, which is a balance pose. We can always keep that back foot down on the ground if you have any balance issues. But we'll do the Warrior 3. We're going to bring the palms together, and the thumbs are going to be at the third eye to stimulate that chakra. Okay, so we're going to step towards the front of the mat, towards the short edge of the mat. We're going to bring the left foot back, like we did earlier for Humble Warrior. Feet about 3.5 feet apart, little weight, a little space in between the feet. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to bring the palms together, and the tips of the thumbs are on that third eye area. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to lean over, hinge over that front leg, lift your left heel, your back heel. So you can stay right here, and this will be your Warrior 3. If you want to go further, start to lift that left foot up. Try to level the hips. The standing leg has a slight little micro bend in it. And we're breathing. Beautiful purple color. The sound is shrum, shrum, shrum. Nice and slow. Start to bend the front knee and bring that back foot down. If you lifted it, come all the way up. Arms come at your side. We're going to push off and we're going to step forward. Beautiful. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to go to the other side. So right foot is going to step back 3.5 feet, little space between the feet. Bend your front knee, left knee. Square up hips and shoulders with that short edge of the mat. Bring the palms together, tips of the thumbs to the third eye. Keep your spine nice and long. We're going to exhale, hinge from the hips, leaning over that left thigh. We're going to lift the right heel. So you can stay right here. Or if you want to go a little further, start to straighten the right leg as the right foot lifts. Try to level the hips, micro bend in that left knee, pull the belly in and up. Beautiful purple energy center in the third eye. The sound is shrum, trusting your own inner knowing, your own instinct and intuition. Nice and slow, bend that left knee, front knee, and bring that right foot down. Hinge all the way back up. Arms come down by your side. We're going to push off and we're going to step forward. Beautiful. Shake it out. The second pose for the sixth chakra is a beautiful one. It's child's pose, because when we come down into child's pose, we're going to rest our forehead, our third eye, either on stacked hands. I like to rest it on stacked hands, or a yoga block, or on the mat. So wherever you get the best feeling in the body from that. We're going to come down, 2 knees, big toes barely touching, the knees separate apart. We're going to hinge forward. In child's pose, try to keep your bottom as close to the heels as you can. We're going to stack the hands and then rest your forehead on the stacked hands. So bring the awareness to that third eye, the place right in between the eyebrows. Beautiful purple color there. The sound is shrum. Connect with your inner wisdom. Allow it to guide you. Breathe into the back body, breathe into the belly. Breathe into the hips, into the shoulders. Breathe into the place right in between the eyebrows. And then we're going to come up out of this. And we're going to move on to the 7th chakra at the crown of the head. The Sanskrit word is Sahasrara. The element is thought, so just expansive thought. The sound is Om, and this has to do with connecting to a higher source, or connecting to others and to all things, all things, the planet, the mountains, the rocks, the animals, but also connecting to our deeper self. So to come into this first pose for this one, we're going to go into hand headstand prep. So we're going to just lightly rest on the crown of the head. So come up into hands and knees. We're going to drop down to elbows. So we're not going into headstand, just a headstand prep. You're going to wrap the hands around the elbows so that your shoulders stack right over the elbows. Your knees are right under the hips. Plant your elbows there, bring the hands forward, interlace the fingers. Let your thumbs stick up towards the ceiling and open the palms wide. We're going to crawl forward a little bit and bring the crown of the head, the top of the head, to the mat. And the back of the head is going to snuggle up against the palms of the hands. So we're just resting here lightly. There's not pressure on the top of the head. The elbows and the hands are helping support us. The belly pulls in and up. And we're just going to focus that awareness on the crown of the head. The color is a beautiful white color, like the color of a full moon. And the sound is Om. So just feel your connection to a higher source, to others, to your deeper self as you breathe. Good, and then we're going to come out of this, so slowly lifting the head and walking back and push back into child's pose, just a couple breaths. Breathe into the low back, into the shoulders, into the upper back. Good. Make your way back up into hands and knees table. We're going to come all the way up to standing. I'm going to come up through squat pose. Make your way up to standing, however is best for you. And our final and last pose, the second one for the seventh chakra, is dancer pose. So dancer pose is a balance pose. And what it does is it helps us balance the lower chakras and the upper chakra, right? We've got 3 lower ones, and then we've got 3 upper ones, and then we've got the crown. So it helps us to balance the lower and the upper chakras, but also to liberate the crown chakra as we balance and as we reach in dancer pose. It's a beautiful expression of this 7th chakra. So we're going to stand. I'm going to stand this way. We're going to stand with the feet hip width apart, and there's different variations. I'll go through all of them. You choose which one is best for you. Feet hip width apart. We're going to stand with hands on the hips. So get that weight even in both feet. Now, it's a balance pose, so if you want to grab a chair or stand next to a wall to help your balance, you can. If you're on carpeting that's got a lot of padding and then you're still on a yoga mat, oh, there's a lot of wobble in balance poses with carpet. So get good and grounded through those feet, whatever kind of extra assistance you need. All right, we're going to switch the weight into the left foot and lift your right heel. Good. Now you can stay here. This would be a beautiful dancer pose, a very beginner dancer pose with the right heel lifted and just the right toes on the ground. Or you can lift that right foot up. Okay. You can even have it low so that it could touch down to catch you if you start to lose your balance. Okay. If you've got your balance and if you can reach, we're going to take the right hand and bring the palm side of the right hand on the arch side of the right foot. And my thumb is at the arch, kind of pressing into the arch. This helps to open up this right shoulder a little bit more. If you can't reach, you just keep the hand reaching back with your palm, right palm facing out. Okay. Then the left hand is going to lift up. Now the left hand could always be on a wall or on a chair. Pull the core in. If you want to go a little further into your dancer pose, start to shift the weight forward a little bit as the right foot kicks back. So like a scale seeking balance, see a beautiful white light at the crown of the head. The sound is Om, Om, Om. Just feel your connection with all. To come out of it nice and slow, stand up, drop that right foot, drop the left arm, and shake it out. We're going to switch sides. All right, so the feet hip width apart, hands on the hips, weights even in both feet. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift your left heel. So you could stay right here, okay? Or you can bring that left foot back If you want to grab that left foot, the left arm's going to reach behind you. The palm faces out. So we would try to bring the palm to the arch side of the left foot. My thumb is on the arch or on the bottom of the foot. If you can't reach, you just keep the arm reaching back and the knee bent. We're going to stretch the right arm up. Good. Balance the hips. If you want to go a little further, we're going to start to lean forward. Micro bend in that right knee. Kick the left foot away from you. Balancing lower chakras and upper chakras. Liberating the crown. See a beautiful white light at the crown of the head. The sound is Om. We're going to come out of it nice and slow. Coming back up. Left foot comes down. Right arm comes down. Shake it out. Separate your feet a little wider than the hips. We're going to shake it out a little bit. So opposite heel lifts to balance out the hips and the shoulders. Shoulders relaxed, arms floppy. Good. Let's take one sun breath. So bring the feet hip width apart. Arms at your side. We're going to inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And just take a couple breaths here. Get good and grounded down through the feet. So the feet kind of snuggle into the mat. Bring the awareness to the base of the tailbone. The first chakra, beautiful red color. Good. Move up just below the belly button. Beautiful orange color, our second chakra. Move up just above the belly button. Third chakra, beautiful yellow energy center, yellow light. Move up to the heart center, beautiful green light, our fourth chakra. Move up to the throat center, our fifth chakra, beautiful blue light, blue energy center. Move up to the place just between the eyebrows, slightly above the eyebrows, sixth chakra, beautiful purple color there. And then move all the way up to the crown of the head, seventh chakra, beautiful white light. Breathe into the hands, breathe into the heart and into the belly. Drop the hands, shake it out, come all the way down to the mat for a nice little final relaxation. So knees can be bent or legs can be stretched out. See what feels best for you. Adjust the lower body, adjust the upper body. Tuck the chin slightly so we have a little bit of length in the back of the neck. The shoulders roll down and under. One more time, we'll take a little journey through the chakras. So bring your awareness to the base of the tailbone. Beautiful red color. This is our center of stability, security, safety, groundedness. Right? The sound is Lum. Just take a moment and focus there. Move up slightly in the low belly, about 3 finger widths below the belly button. Second chakra, beautiful orange color there. It's our center of creativity, sensuality, sexuality. The sound is Vam. Take a moment, just breathe into that energy center, into that chakra. We'll move up about 2 finger widths above the belly button. The third chakra, beautiful yellow light, our center of personal power, presence, courage, fortitude. You have a right to be here in the world. The sound is Rum. Moving up to the heart center, beautiful green color. It's our center of love, happiness, joy, compassion. The sound is Yum. Breathe into the heart center. Moving up to the throat center, beautiful blue color. It's our center of truth, finding our voice, speaking up for ourselves, but also knowing when to be quiet. Also the center of listening, speaking our truth, saying what we need. The sound is hum. Moving up to the Sixth Chakra, the place between the eyebrows, a beautiful purple color. It's our center of intuition, instinct, inner knowing, inner wisdom, trusting our instincts. The sound is shrum. Moving up to the second chakra, or the seventh chakra, just above or just at the crown of the head. Beautiful white light, maybe the color of the full moon. Beautiful glowing white light energy center. It's our center of connecting to a higher source, connecting with others, connecting to all things, connecting to our deeper true self. And the sound is Om. As you're breathing, just let the breath move from the base of the tailbone, the first chakra, all the way up to the seventh chakra, the crown of the head, and back down. Let that breath, visualize it moving gently, passing over all of the energy centers along that spinal column. And as that breath gently brushes over the energy centers, it helps them to move and open and balance and not be stuck. Let's wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bring a little movement to the arms, to the legs. Roll over onto one side and make your way with your strong arms all the way up to seated. So sitting tall, sitting comfortably. I like to sit on a block. Tailbone moves back slightly. Sit so that your hips are higher or at least even with the knees. We don't want the knees way up. So as much cushions or pillows or blocks as you need to get a little higher hips than the knees. That's preferable. That keeps a little curve in the low back. So tailbone moves back slightly, heart lifts slightly, belly pulls in and up slightly. Let the shoulders relax down, chin level with the floor. So we want to feel good and grounded down through the sits bones, right? Our first chakra. Get good and grounded. Sit nice and tall and grow up tall all the way through the other chakras, up through the crown of the head, and find that breath. Let the breath come into the low belly. We'll bring the palms together, thumbs at the heart. It's been a pleasure to share the chakras with you today, to help you balance them, to learn about the elements, the colors, the sounds, and what kind of energy they have on the body. Leave me a comment. I just got new headphones, so let me know how the audio was. And until we meet again, namaste.